name is Katie, and welcome to our Greenland Quilter channel. I hope everybody has been having a lovely weekend. Um, yeah, I mean, we just had Christmas just a couple days ago, and now we're going headed fast as a speeding bullet, just about toward the New Year's. Can you believe it, you guys? We only have a few days left before the 2025 is in the rear view mirror. And it seems like it flew by so fast. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, hey, you want to show them the fireworks to start with, honey? Are you still fighting with that lamp?
Okay.
Let's show
wait
the.
till the
I was.
finally arrives.
I was gonna. Okay. So yesterday I was working on the one block number 26 from the 1000 block book. And it was called or it is called chocolate and strawberries. And I'll show you a picture of it again. This is what it looks like. Hey, Flicky Chick, you are first in the chat. So this is what the block looks like. And that's the layout of the block. So yesterday I got all the paper piecing part of it done, but I only managed to get, because I had been live for a long time, I only managed to get this center done right here. The outside here, all the rest of it has not been sewn together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it out here on my tabletop so that you can watch me put it together all the way. So I'm going to go ahead and just start taking it off my design board. Since I already got the center done. Wow, my phone, waiting on the, hey, Jaja, welcome, welcome. Waiting on my other phone to catch up. There we go. So what I'm going to do is this part was the only thing I got sewn together. What we got to do now is we got to start, we have to add these on like you're doing a square and square kind of deal. So we're going to add these on first. One thing I noticed about this paper piecing is when you look at the back, you'll see that the points go all the way to here. But on the front, they look like they go all the way to the edge. So I'm thinking it's because I'm not sure why it looks that way. It shouldn't, but it does. And it could be because there's such small points here. That might be something to do with it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take try to take this bottom piece off so I can look at least look at one of them to find out why it looks like that, because it looks like the point went into the seam allowance when I sewed it all the way to the point. So I don't understand why it looks like that. It's just weird, but all of them are like that. So this is going to look like the points might have got cut off. And I can't do anything about that. And I'm going to leave it alone because I'm not going to stress over this block being like that. We're just going to go with it and be happy with it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to find the center of each. Well, I need to cut off the, looks like I need to trim off the edges. Yeah, I didn't trim the corners off these blocks. So I need to do that first. And then I'll find the center of both these blocks where I can line them up right. So let's do the trimming first. Get that done. So yeah, I don't know why they look this way. I followed the instructions, but sometimes that happens when you have points that, I don't know. Sometimes it just happens when you're doing something. You do everything right and it still comes out wrong. All right, I need to take some of these pins out of here. So anyway, how's everybody's weekend been going so far? I hope everybody's been having a great Saturday. And I hope you've been able to be working on projects or chilling out or whatever you do with your Saturdays. You know, tell me what you've been doing today on your Saturday. And yeah, And, hey, Carissa, and hello, Donna. So we have Flicky was first, Jaja was second, Donna is third, and Carissa is fourth, and then Muriel is fifth in the channel. So welcome everybody. So like I said, I got the only thing I got all the piecing done, and I have the center sewn. Look at the middle of this. Isn't that great? What do y'all think about this block so far? And then we just got to get the outer perimeter sewn on. And if I seem a little weird, it's because I'm a little bit tired. Okay, all right, so let me get this unpinned because we're going to have to work with both these. Yeah, we're going to need to work with this, so I need to find the center. Hey, Susan, it's good to see you. How you doing? She says, I am lurking, or no, I am knitting a sweater for a friend. Flicky says, I just posted the quilt I just finished. Oh, awesome. Yeah, y'all don't forget to share your projects because I'm going to be doing a trunk show in honor of all of y'all. And so you can share as many projects over on the Greenland Quilter Facebook group, or you can email it to me. I got an email yesterday from someone with the picture of their project. And so I will post both the sets of links for you guys. If you haven't signed up for the gift card for the 12-hour live, this is the form that you need to fill out for the giveaway. And then I'm going to post the link for the Facebook group. So if you want to share pictures of your projects, it could be any craft that you're doing. Hey, Dubrovka, welcome, welcome. This is the link for the Facebook group. And if you're not a Facebook user, you can email it to me. When you email it to me, please make sure to talk about what the project is. And there is no set limit on how many you share. So if you want to blow up the Facebook group with all your projects, go right ahead. Just remember now that the group is not for selling anything. This is just for sharing your projects and stuff. And it doesn't have to be just sewing projects. It can be any project. Knitting, crocheting, painting, whatever you love doing, even diamond painting. If it's a craft, you can share it. Pictures or crafts is a craft. If you're a photographer. Because what I'm going to do is we're going to have a trunk show because I want to honor all of y'all, the viewers, because you guys have been so good to our channel and us, and I just want to show my appreciation. And this is my way of doing that. So what I'm doing is I'm going to sew two sides on here, or pin two sides on at a time. Sew them on. Uh-oh, I'm messing up the keyboard here. Dubrovka says hi to you and me, honey, and it's nice to see us. Carissa says,
hi, Dubrovka.
Carissa says, good, just found out what my first grandbaby is going to be. It's a boy like I thought. Oh, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Grandbabies are the best.
Congratulations on your grandbaby.
Yeah, grandbabies are the best. You get to spoil the heck out of them.
Don't forget to make a rule out of it. Grandkids can come in and out. Parents, they need a rule. They need to call you first before they come.
Is that your rule?
No, I've seen a rule about that.
I don't think so.
I think I took a picture of it and showed it to Myra, but I might have deleted the picture already. But
if we live close to my kids, they could come anytime they want. They don't have to make an appointment.
That's it. Grandkids, they can come in and out. Parents, make appointments.
Some people's oh my God. Hey Lee, welcome, welcome. She says, I sent some pics of work I was working. Okay, she's going to send some tomorrow. Okay, yep. Please do, because I want to share them on the live 12 hours. I just left Whatnot where I got the best pink stitches, 1 yard fabric. I needed it in my collection, says Muriel. Hi, Muriel. So, huh? Yeah, because it's probably going to get very warm in here before long, and I'll be sweating. Alrighty. So we got something to show you guys. Nikolai went on a hunt today for fireworks that we're going to shoot off for our 15th anniversary. The fireworks that you guys are going to see on the New Year's Eve celebration. He's going to. Are you thinking of actually going to the radio station?
Yeah.
He's going to go to the radio station, you guys. Which is down near the harbor, but way high up on the mountain. And he's going to go live with his phone on Zoom for the midnight one, not for the 8 o'clock one. He'll just go outside for the 9 o'clock one. Sorry. For the 9 o'clock one, that's the first volley of fireworks. Because Denmark will be at midnight at 9 o'clock our time, so people will be shooting off fireworks then. And then at midnight it'll be our volley, and so he's going to go a little early and get placed up on the mountain where he can film, go live, and you guys get to see all of the fireworks from the top of the mountain. So I hope you guys really love that, and please make sure you're here at. The live starts from 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is when our fireworks start. So if you're available at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and you hadn't dropped in yet, make sure you come and see, because you're going to get to see lots and lots and lots of fireworks. Okay. You want to show it now?
Oh, you can show them.
So he went on a hunt today. Golly, these are heavy. And we got 2, what they call batteries of fireworks that we're going to shoot off for our 15th wedding anniversary. Let me spotlight this phone camera so you can see it better. People I know some people can't hold their wad. They've been doing that today too. I'm like, golly, they can't even wait. So, this is the one that costs $4.99, right?
The big one?
Or $5.99.
The big one. Yeah.
So this one costs 599 Danish kroners. And I know someone's going to ask, well, how much is that in US dollars? Okay, let me find. I'll give you the price of this in US dollars.
About $100.
It's probably about $100, yeah, more than likely. Or no, maybe close.
Close to $100.
Yeah, close. Maybe $80.
Probably.
Let's see how much $5.99 is with the current. You weren't far off, babe. It's so with the current. What do you call that again?
Today's currency. Yeah,
today's currency. This would have cost you $94.40. And the other one I'm going to show you, that one was what, $4.99?
Yeah.
The other one was $4.99. Which would cost you $78.64. So this is the bigger one, and this one has 40. I'm assuming this means 49. Babe, is this 49 shots?
Yep, 49.
49 right there.
49 big Comet Pioneer with red, lemon, yellow, and purple color. Pioneer with silver colored Comet.
That's the one that does that little weird thing at the end.
Yeah. Comet tail.
Yeah. So basically this is one whole unit, and all he does is light one. There's a little thing, a wick, and he just lights it and then he just walks away. We're going to be doing this down at the harbor. We're going to go, we're having a date to celebrate our anniversary. We're going to go up to the hotel and eat there. And we have a couple that my boss and her husband will be joining us at the hotel. And then after we eat, it should be dark by the time we finish eating. And then we're going to go down to the harbor and shoot these off in celebration of our 15th year of marriage. And then this is the smaller one. This one, how many shots is in this one?
Looks like 30mm
Yeah, 30mm.
yellow brocade with red and I can't remember. Probably can't exactly say how many there is.
It doesn't say how many.
Nope, none.
No,
I could see it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 25 in here.
No.
See, go this way. It's a perfect square. There's 25 of them.
Looks like 21. If you could look at it.
1. Oh, they're not straight in a line.
Yeah,
I see. They're like every other one. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is the smaller one. Yeah, because we're not going to shoot these off in our yard because you guys are going to get the light show from everybody else's light show. Nora, I'm not concerned about Nora because Nora had grown up with Coda, and Coda would bark at the fireworks, and so she's been hearing them being shot off all evening, and she's not even bothered to bark at them. So I guess she doesn't care. So I'm glad she's not going to be a nervous wreck. But if it had been our first dog that I brought with me from the United States, Ichi, we would have had to give her tranquilizer because she just couldn't handle the noise. Okay. Hey, Lee, welcome. She says, great stream. Have a great day. See you on the next one. Yeah, I know Kevin's going to go live here in a few minutes. So I will go visit his channel after we're done with this live. Okay, so let me go ahead and we're going to go ahead and sew 2 sides of this on. And I need a leader. My bucket is getting full of scrappy small pieces I can't use. Let's use this piece. Mine is now afraid of them. She didn't used to be, says Carissa. So far, mine doesn't seem to be, she's still pretty strong. Hey, Fair Bricks, it's good to see you in here. Thank you for dropping in, because I know Kevin's going live here directly. Let's see. Let me catch up on what y'all said. People are already blowing up fireworks here. I read that part. Like he says, it's gabapentin trazodone for my puppy's time. Yeah. Then Flicky says, see, fireworks aren't even legal here. Plus, since it's so dry under the rain, it's asking for it. Here, they're legal. In the United States, not so much. We would not be allowed to shoot those kind off in Florida at all because it's illegal in Florida. And I understand why, because people would be burning each other's homes down. Sometimes they scare me now, when I first moved here, New Year's Eve, like, what was it, 3 or 4 years in a row, babe?
Yeah.
3 or 4 years in a row, we would have a bid rock going on during New Year's Eve. And they would be outside shooting them off anyway. And I would be like, honey, aren't you worried one of those is going to crash into the roof of our house? He's like, nope. They never hit anyone's house, even though we had gusty winds like what was going, I don't know what the meters per second were, but it was enough to knock you over. And it was crazy how those fireworks could get way up in the air despite the wind. All right. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and sew 2 sides on first. Because this is from last night. I'm finishing up my project from last night, which is from the 1,000 Block book. It is the chocolate and strawberries block.
How was your first time when you celebrated New Year's Eve?
I couldn't believe you could buy big fireworks like that. That's what shocked me the most, because I had never seen fireworks like that where regular everyday people could shoot them off.
Good scared the crap out of you too.
Oh, it did every time, especially the one. You know what? It still scares me when they fly over my head. When I'm outside and they're over my head, it kind of causes me to pause a bit. But yeah, we're shooting them off because this is a milestone for Nikolai and I. And we're gonna celebrate our anniversary. So I probably will even have some wine while we're at the hotel. Maybe Nikolai and Kenneth will have a beer or something. I don't know. I don't know though. Kenneth likes wine too, doesn't he, honey?
I think so.
Maybe we'll just buy a bottle of wine. I want to buy a bottle of wine to take with us to give them though, since we didn't. All right, so I have two sides here and I'm just going to press them open or press them. And then I'm going to turn them the other way so I can open the seams because I want everything to lay as flat as possible. And then I'm going to take it over to the iron and press it.
It gives you a good time when we do that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Legality in the US depends on your area. California is a desert, open fire, and sparks are a problem. Florida, they're illegal. You cannot, I mean, you could go up to South Carolina and buy fireworks, but and sneak them back into Florida. But if you get caught with them, you could get fined. I don't know if they'll arrest you, but I know they will fine you if you get caught with them because they're illegal. They always have been. And I can understand why, because when you got people drinking and partying and shooting off fireworks, things happen. I think I need to pull paper off of these edges before yeah, you know what? I think before I keep pressing this, I need to take these corner papers off because we're going to be sewing this other side on and it's going to be so thick, it's going to be a pain to get off. So let me take my tweezers and just pull the seam part of it off. I'm going to leave the rest of it intact. Let's just get these edges off here. So it's going to take me a little time to do this and I'm not going to rush this. So just bear with me here. What have y'all been working on today? Or if you've been, I know I've already asked this question, but I'm gonna ask it again. What have you been working on today or have you been chilling today? Let us know in the chat what you've been doing. And yeah, what do you have planned for the whole weekend? Are you gonna be sewing all weekend? Or are you gonna be regrouping because of the holidays and just chilling out and watching movies or whatever? What's your plan? All right, got that side done. Now let's get it pulled off of this other side. Happy Saturday, everyone, says Chris. Hi, Chris. Florida on US 146 near me, there's a fireworks stand. Yeah, but I'm talking about these big fireworks, Robin. these big ones like what we're shooting off, you can't buy in Florida. Unless they change the law. And I'm unaware of it. You never could have them before. Too many things to start fires with. Those little fireworks things you're talking about, they have the small stuff. And hi, Robin. How are you today? I hope you've been having a good day. Anyone seen Laura by any chance? I hope she's okay because she's been absent. Hi, Katie. I just posted 2 projects I quilted up this year on the Facebook page. Thanks for the reminder. You're welcome, Jean. Yeah, I'll keep reminding you guys all the way up to the day before the live. Well, that's interesting. That piece doesn't want to come off, and I bet I know why. I just finished clue 6 of Under the Sea, fixed my pin cushion, and now listing all of my UFOs so I can stay focused next year. Yeah, that's something I need to do is make a list of all of my UFOs. Because I know I have a few of them, but there's a couple of UFOs I'm going to break out, pull them out and set them out and set them aside in here because I intend on working on them this year. Finishing them up anyway. Okay, I'm trying to pull off paper redness, and this is what I'm trying to do. And I'm having a hard time with a couple pieces of it. It's probably because there's glue involved here. More than likely what it is. So it's giving me a little bit of trouble because it does not want to come off, which is annoying. Well, that's okay. We'll deal with that later. As long as I get the main bulk of it off, that's all I care about. Because it's going to be bulky. And we need to get all this paper off the corners. Yeah. All right, got that piece off. And I think I got the corners off this side. Yep. Okay, so I think we're in business other than right here on the corner. I need to get rid of this part. I'm just gonna rip them off right on the corner. Okay, all right, now I'll go finish pressing it. This always takes a little bit more time because we're working with we're working with multiple seams into one spot, and I gotta make sure that I take my time when I'm pressing this and not accidentally do something wrong with it. Press this some more, one more time. Uh-oh. You have one seam that just moved where it was supposed to move. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here is before I sew these other 2 sides on, I'm going to go ahead and pull the paper off this one side. Just the seam part of it. That way I don't have to deal with it when I'm sewing it together. I mean, I could leave it on, but it would probably be easier to just go ahead and take the seam part of it off. It's definitely not going to hurt it either way. I just need to make sure I get it off both sides, especially out of the corners. Okay, I got that side took care of. Let's get this other side done. Let me see what's going on. Okay. No one's talking again. Okay, let me see. What can we talk about? So we have New Year's Eve coming up, and yep, I know I'm doing a live and everything, but what do you do? Do you do things with your family on New Year's Eve, or do you just Actually, let's ask this question: how many of you watched the ball get dropped in Times Square on your TV? I've never watched it actually. I used to like to watch the parade. All right, let's get this side pulled off of here too. Okay, let's get the other two pieces on here now. All right, so now you can see I've got two sides on here, and this is going to look very messy on my desk right now with all this pieces coming off. So I'm just going to try to keep pushing them to the side. So this is what it looks like so far. What do y'all think about the center of this block? Do y'all like it? I think it looks very cool. I definitely think the block will look pretty. All right, let's get the other two sides. Okay. So this will go on this side and this one will go on the other side here. Okay, so let's go ahead and pin this one on. But before I do that, I think I'm going to, no, I'll leave this part. Yep, so I can see what I'm doing. So let's pin this on. It's gonna look, this has definitely been fun to make. I didn't realize it was gonna take so long to do it. I feel like I've done a lot of improvement on things as the years gone by, this year's gone by. But one of the things, I still feel like I take too long sewing. Doing one block takes me the whole live sometimes. But I'm also, and it could be because I don't rush through it either, because I always make a mistake. And yesterday I had a mistake on this one, but we corrected it pretty fast. I'm having trouble holding on to this one. It doesn't want to. Yeah, okay, let's get this pin now. I think I got it. And I also keep bending pins. It looks really nice, says, hi, Felicia. She says it looks really nice. Felicia said she used to watch it when Dick Clark hosted it. Chris says she usually watches the Rose Parade. Yeah, the Rose Parade is always fun. Flicky says, "Ha, I'm old. I'm in bed." There's been times when I've stayed awake for it, and there's been other times since I'm living here in Greenland, though, because it's shooting fireworks off. You're not going to get any sleep until it's over with. And now I have this YouTube channel, so it'll be fun sharing the fireworks with you guys. I know after a while it'll be where it's no big deal and y'all won't want to see them anymore, but for right now I'm going to share them since my channel's so young. My channel is still a baby. Hi, Melissa. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what else was said. Dubrovka says, we are home alone. I will watch the ball drop and then the bed. Chris says, I think the whole block is awesome. And she says, you are enjoying the process. Yeah, I really am enjoying this. This is fun. I think I have found a new, when I first started doing paper piecing, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. But you know what? I am beginning to think I love it. Because it's just the star climber really has brought me around to this. It's a lot of work, but it's fun and rewarding. When you see the finished product, it's so rewarding. So rewarding. And this one thing about this paper piecing thing is y'all know that I love really messing with color, and anyone could really get insanely creative with color if they wanted to with this, because you can do anything you want with it pretty much. And on this block, I had to improvise because I ran out of the dark purple and I also ran out of the one green color. So I used a different color green and a different color purple. And when you look at it, it kind of gives it a little bit of texture, which is interesting to me. I think I have found my niche though, because I'm getting more comfortable with feeling okay that, well, there's two things. We're going to talk about this a little bit. A lot of people, everybody has their favorite style of fabric, favorite colors that they mostly use constantly. And they stay within a box. And that's okay. So I don't want anyone to think I'm knocking that. That's not what I'm saying. But this has given me a chance to really pull out what's inside of me and put it out. And if people hate it, they hate it. And if they love it, they love it. It's just, I'm enjoying it. And that's what matters, I think. So, it may turn out no one likes this quilt that I'm making with these blocks. But I think it's going to be beautiful. Because some of these blocks, like I'm using green now. You would have never seen me use green before. So that's a new thing for me. Mixed pudding. I didn't know you could put pink with green. So that's been fun doing that. Like what you see here, we got purple and green and pink. All in the same block. So it's been fun experimenting with the batiks while doing these blocks. Linda, welcome to the channel. It's good to see you. Have you been working on anything today? Okay, so now I'm going to fold these back.
I have a proof Jean
pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I can't do it while I'm live. Too distracting. All right, let's go press these. And then let me pull the paper off the seam part of this first.
want to drink?
I have some drink. Or are you talking about beer? You about to drink a beer? I wish I could. You know, I have that other Budweiser in there. I just can't. I tried to drink it, and it just. I need a. If I'm gonna drink a beer, it needs to be a Michelob, because that's the only beer I can really stand, and you can't buy Michelob here. Just Budweiser. No,
Chicken.
no, thank you.
Chicken.
No, not a chicken.
Yes, you are.
I am a chicken.
This one is less than
I know there's no alcohol in. Well, it is, but I don't like the taste of it. That's what the problem is. Beer has never been one thing I've enjoyed drinking, unless it was like buying expensive beer. Then I can tolerate it. Honey, look. Ooh, wow.
we do have some a beer called Elephant. That's around 7% of
Is that a high amount?
yeah, there's a high amount of alcohol in it. That's 7%.
I didn't know there was one. What's the normal rate? Isn't it 5?
4.6.
Oh, 4.6? Okay. Man, these are really bulky on the corners. So bulky. I'm pressing.
And the one that I drink is only 1.7.
Wonder if I can leave this part of it. Maybe I'll leave this, fold it down. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do.
Not enough to give me a buzz. Just a tiny buzz. That's all.
How many do you have to drink to get a buzz, though?
Probably a lot.
That's right, because you're not a lightweight like me.
Nope.
I'm a lightweight. Me and alcohol just don't mix too good. I'm like my mama. She couldn't hold it either. All righty then. Let me spotlight this real quick. Well, hang on a second. I need to do something right here. Okay. Yeah, let's spotlight this so you can see this before I start adding the sides on it. Look at this, you guys. It has the coolest effect. Wow-wee. So you can see I used a darker green right here. This is pink, and this is a lighter purple here. But down here on the corners is a darker purple. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but I'll also show it in the big camera too, or the laptop one too. Hello, Janet. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Pam. Good to see you here in the live today. All right, so let me move the spotlight and I'll show it on the other camera as well. Okay, so that's the middle of the block. So what we're going to do now is I'll show you what's next. Okay. Now what we got to do is, well, I'm going to show you the layout first. And then I have to do some I have to sew I'm going to sew two sides on, two of these right onto the block. So we'll do that first. That way we can get that part out of the way. So we have two of these going on, and that is upside down. Got to be careful. No, these are supposed to be on the outside, and this is supposed to be on the inside. But make me make sure with the book. Yeah, the narrow one's supposed to be on the inside, the green. Okay, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pin this on here and this here on both sides. And then we will sew them on. Dubrovka says it looks amazing. And Jenna says, oh my, that block is beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, it's coming along. Carissa says, Katie. Yeah, you don't have to worry about how y'all spell my name. I don't care. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about me. Yeah. I'm used to people misspelling my name anyway. If you were writing my given name, which is Catherine, no one ever spells it right because they all assume it's an R-I-N-E when it's not. Mine's an old English spelling. It's R-Y-N. My mom, and so I spent my whole life with people misspelling my name. And I go and name my daughter's names that they misspell their names too. My oldest one, her name is Lynette. So she has 2 N's and 2 T's in her name. And Kristen is Kriston. Oh, so I passed on that little thing of people not spelling their name right. But Lynette has an interesting name because her middle name is Japanese. And it's Kayo, but it's spelled Kayo, but you say it Kayo. And so Lynette her name Lynette, the Lynette part of it came from my mother. And the Kayo came from her paternal grandmother because her paternal grandmother was full Japanese. Because my first husband was half Japanese. My stupid phone changes it every time as I send it. So it's okay. Apparently, the Katy, it may not be a common. I don't know if anybody else spells it like that or not. That's just how I spelled it. Because my nickname from my parents was Kathy, Kathy. But here in Greenland, that TH sound is not part of the Greenlandic language pronunciation. And people were calling it, and I don't think it's part of the Danish one either. Because they would call me Katie instead of Kathy. And so I just like, okay, everybody can just call me Katie, and I'm fine with that. No problem at all. So I've been going by Katie for like, what, 15 years now, honey?
Yeah.
A long time. And and I'm just fine with that. I don't mind. Because Catherine's my real name, not Katie or Kathy or whatever. It's what's on your birth certificate. It's your actual name. I hope oh, okay. I thought for a minute I was doing something wrong here. Katie, that block is looking so cool, says Andy. Thank you. Yeah, it's coming along. I was worried that it wouldn't, but especially since I had to improvise a little bit. When I was talking earlier, one thing, you guys, think about this. You're in the middle of making up your paper piecing, and you discover, because I'm working out of my scrap pile, which seems to keep growing exponentially. And I ran out of this dark purple here, and I also ran out of this light green. And so I had to improvise, and I ended up using a darker green and a lighter purple here. And if people didn't know any different, they would think that this was on purpose to do it this way. Now the camera makes it all look like it's the same color, but it really isn't. This part right here is a darker green. I have ringing in my ears.
You finish these?
Yeah, they're gone. I should have told you to buy more chocolate. Unless you did buy candy bars.
Nope.
Oh, you said that store was closed at, well, you were up at, they didn't have any left up at Big Bruce's?
Those, no.
The caramel ones? I mean, you know what I meant. Not caramel. One thing about this block is, oh my God, it is so bulky. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you discover you're running out of something, you can improvise and the block will still look beautiful. That was what I was getting at, or trying to get at. That's what I was trying to get around to anyway. All right, let's press this side open. And then we're gonna do this side. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull off these the seam allowance strip part of this, so it'll be easier to, especially down here on the corners. I want to get this piece off right here. Wait, that's not paper, that's fabric. Let's don't be pulling too hard on that. Figure I'll get just this little piece off right here so that when I get ready to sew this other side on, we won't be having difficulties. Because it is very heavy and thick here. But now the pieces I sew on, I'm gonna leave them on until, and then I'll just, yeah. I just want to get them off the part I've already sewn on. Just this little piece right here, where the seam allowance is at. They will be less to fight with. And I'm gonna have to watch my bobbin because we're gonna be playing chicken here directly.
What?
Yep. I'm gonna be playing bobbin chicken. You know, if I was smart, I think I'm gonna have to wind a bobbin. Because I think I've already, yeah, I'm gonna have to wind bobbins. We'll have to do that on the live too. Sorry guys. But that's how it is sometimes when you're doing a bunch of sewing. I forget to wind my more bobbins. I want a bobbin winder, but I don't know if they're worth the money or not. Does anyone have a bobbin winder? And if you do you like your bobbin winder or do you think it's a waste of money? What say you on that subject? All right, I know this is taking a few minutes. This is pretty normal because we're working with small pieces of stuff. All right, let's go ahead and press it now. I got the pieces I wanted to rip off of it. Wow, this thing's gonna be gorgeous, baby. I'm just shocked by this. Maybe we should have did this one first. My word. All right, I want to. All right. We got this part done. Right. And I know this looks messy on my desk right now. Sorry. But ouch. Okay, now let me show you what's going to happen next. All right. Now what we got to do is we have corner. Something happened down here on the corner. Anyway, we have corner pieces down here. I hope you can see what I'm talking about. So first, we have another one that's going to go, we have two of these that we got to do, and it's going to have this corner piece here that we got to sew on all four corners. It'll be like this. So we have two, we got to make two of these strips. There's just not enough space on this desk. So I'm gonna keep fiddling this until I can get it where you can see what's going on. Okay, so we've got another one that's gonna go down here like so, right down here. And this one's gotta go like this. And then we have this other corner one too. So yeah, it's gonna go like this, okay? So I'll sew these together all as one piece. And so all of this together is one piece, and then we're going to join it to the rest of it. Let me see. Is there a quilt store in Greenland? No. Hi, Fern King. Welcome, welcome. And Carissa says that mount of Lego sitting in front of you, Nico, stresses me out.
It's what do you call it? It gives me calm, concentrating, just specific piece.
It doesn't really stress you out, does it?
Yeah, just it would be good to either listen to music or an audible.
Yeah, usually that's what. Yeah, I can't because we're on a live. You could use an earbud though, babe.
Or just
that's what you could actually do is put an earbud on.
Mm-hmm.
Can you listen from the will it sync with the lap or with the desktop?
If I crank no. I have to turn down the volume a little bit down for your live, so I'm not listening to it, but I could listen to the audio from my headphones.
Oh, God, yeah.
But there will be like two voices at the same time,
which is just you find distracting, I think.
Yep.
Me, I can listen to I can listen to music and live at the same time and not be or watch a TV, watch a movie and listen to music at the same time. And he just shakes his head when I do that. But I've been doing that for a long time. I don't know how I can do it, but I do it. Turn the volume down on the TV just enough where I can still hear some of the words, but crank up the music. Hi, Rita. It's good to see you here.
Hi, Rita.
Chris says, I don't either. I'm wondering if the tension is the same as my machine. Okay, that's a good question. I was wondering that. And Dubrovka says she uses the one on her luminaire. The reason I ask is sometimes I feel like my Shinomi doesn't wind my bobbins tight enough. Yeah, and I don't know why. They just don't look right to me half the time. All right, let's get this one through the machine and then we'll sew the other side. Okay, now we got to put the other side on. And then I can take it over to the, and because I didn't press the seams open on here, I'm going to nest these, which means I need to have the seam turning toward the center on these, which is going to be a problem because there is, no, maybe they won't be. Oh, it'll be okay turning that way. It's not going to cause trouble. Okay, good, good. All right, let's get the other side on now. And I better make sure that I have this turned the right way so I don't put this on the wrong side. Okay, let's get this one sewn on. I'm just double checking myself before I sew that seam. How do you keep your quilt coffers filled? I would say that I have a small, I probably have enough right now to carry me for at least 2 years. And then after that, I'm going to be in trouble if prices don't come down. Because, you know, I have a lot of fat quarters. My yardage, I have some yardage. What I'm thinking about doing about, so I can give you an idea of what I actually have in my stash, is maybe I should do an inventory sheet so I can share with you. And what I could do is I could just tell you how many yards of fabric I actually have in this house, how many fat quarters I have in this house. And I probably would split it in half where I could tell you how much is batiks and how much of it is cotton. I can tell you right now I have more cotton fat quarters than I do batik fat quarters. I still have a boatload of charm packs, but I have about 6 or 7 layer cakes, and I only have 2 jelly rolls in this house. And then I have mini charms that I got from a scavenger hunt from QuiltCon last year. Not this year, you guys, last year in Raleigh. All the companies were doing scavenger hunts, and all you had to do was some particular task, and they would give you charm packs, mini charm packs. So I have a bunch of those over here too, probably about 10. But the charm packs is the ones I have the most of. I have enough there to make a bunch of quilts, I think.
Want me to help with the diminishing?
Diminish them how?
So
Oh, you want to sew some of the charm packs?
they're small squares, right?
Yeah, they're just 5-inch squares. Sure, if you want to sew some, I'll get some out and you can sew away.
Not on live though.
I need to teach you how to do 4-patch blocks, and then you can sew them for me. Where is my tweezers? Because what I'm doing right now is pulling off the seam allowance a little bit off the corners. Or at least that's what I'm trying to do here. Yep, there we go. And then I'm just going to peel off just a small portion off this. No, it needs to be off this side. Just pulling it off the wrong side. Because I'll probably leave these papers on until time to sew all these blocks together. So let me see, as far as yardage is concerned, I do have a chest of drawers in the craft room that houses all of my cotton yardage, which are like just 1 yard pieces. And that I think there's 3 drawers or 4. 3, isn't it? 1, 2, maybe it's 4.
My phone.
The chest of drawers in the craft room. the white one. I think it's 3. But that one just houses just 1 yard pieces of cotton, and I've got them separated into color, uh, into different colors. Like if it's white, they're in one place, yellows in another place, and so forth. That's what I've done with it. Then I have yardage also on. Hang on a second. I also have these little bolt cards that just I put like 1 yard pieces on, and then I have a bigger ones of the same kind of board that I put if it's a yard and a half or more, I put it on the bigger one. But I don't have a lot of these. I might have about 20 of these maybe that has yardage on it, and probably about 70% of it's batiks, and the other 30% is cottons. On the bigger boards, I probably have half and half of 2 yards or more of cotton and of batiks. I might have 2 or 3 of them in there that might have 5 yards on it. But I think that'll be a fun thing to do either a live once I get my craft room put together. Actually, I think that would be a great idea. Is on when we get the craft room completely put back together again, on one of my lives, I can take the camera and show you my stash. And you'll see what I mean about I don't have, I know some of us probably have what we call a medium-sized stash, and other people have huge stashes that could take them for a long time. I haven't, the last year, I've only bought yardage twice. And it was because I needed it, because I didn't have the color I needed. And, but pretty much I've been in a drought for the last year. All right, I got these pulled off the way I want them. So let me go press them. And you see the mess I'm making, right? Okay, let's go press these, and then we're going to sew them on here. Is there any comments being made in the chat, please? While I was doing all that talking and pulling paper off. Someone asked about how I keep my yardage stock or my stash stock. Was there any other comments?
No, Super Broker. No, I don't have any sewing machine, but that's all her sewing machines, even the small one too.
Well, we only have 2. The singer is on.
Not but the Broker, Felicia, Pam, Rita. I don't know.
Has Rita said anything?
Yeah. Never again. I'm going to make 3 queen-size quilting undefeated.
She's been rocking it, let me tell you.
Carissa said, building Legos and how to organize stuff for even do anything. How can you finish with yourself? Because I know your stuff.
Rita, I have to say, girl, you got it going on when you can make that many quilts in 3 weeks. Because there's no way I would get three of them done. You're quilting them too, aren't you? Does Nikolai have his own sewing machine? Right now, he uses the little Singer. I've offered him to use my Janome, but he says, nope, he'll use the little Singer, but I am going to buy, I think I'm going to buy a bigger Singer. so that because that little talent's a pain in the butt. It's mostly because the thread keeps coming off of it. And it's a known issue for that particular Singer machine. All right, let's get the pin put through the other side over here. Another missing piece. Or you just can't see it because it's for the forest for the trees. Too many Legos in one spot, running loose, running amok. All right, let's get this one side pinned on. This is where I got to be really careful because we need to make sure this stuff lines up or nests up like it's supposed to. This nesting is not my strong point. Fern King says she owns 3 brothers. I thought about looking at a brother too. But what I'd really like to do is buy until because since I can't buy a M8 right now, I thought about seeing if I couldn't find a lower ended Janome and at least put one of those in this house because they're strong little machines. And I have in California, I have a Janome Gem and I liked it a lot. It didn't give me trouble like that Singer Talent does. It was not built for making quilts with. Let's see here. They have borders, binding, and all quilted. Wow, you really have been booking it. Have you been getting any sleep? Mona says, pretty block. Hi, Mona. How are you? Hope you've been having a good Saturday. All right, let's see. We need to get this pinned on this other side, and then we can go. What I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and pin both sides on. That way I can go ahead and sew them. And then I'll press the block and then show you the block. I think this is going to be wonderful. I've learned a lot from doing this block too. I really feel like me choosing to do doing these blocks out of this book has really helped make my skills a lot better too. All right, let's get this other side on. Make sure I don't put it on wrong. Because I'd rather not have to rip it out. I must have a bunch of pins on the floor or probably behind my sewing machine. And then we're gonna put it through. So I like to match up. I'm nesting these seams, so I'm trying to make sure that this pin goes right in the seam, not off to the side or anything. And let's get the other side on. And then we'll pin it. Uh-oh, that didn't lay down flat. Alicia says she has 2 Kenmores. My daughter inherited her grandmother's Kenmore, and it's a fancy one. It's probably at least, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 years old, maybe. When I go back to the States, I'm going to get her to take me to, I think she said she has it in her house actually. I'm going to take pictures of it, so share it with you guys. And I'm also going to go by my brother's house to take a picture of the Singer machine that I grew up sewing on, because he inherited my mom's Singer machine. And when I tried to get him to take a picture of it and tell me what the model number and everything was of it, he never did do it. So I guess I'll have to do that in person, because I spent many hours on that Singer machine. It was built, it was inside of a cabinet and everything. And my mother made our dresses from that Singer machine when we were little girls. So it also has some age on it too. I'm sure that it would be somebody's dream come true if they could get their hands on it with it being in such good shape. Go away. Great. We're almost there. All right, now all I gotta do is get this side or the rest of the top part pinned, and then I can go ahead and start sewing it. Just gotta watch this point. Okay, let's go ahead and start sewing this. I'm worried I'm gonna run. Uh-oh. Look.
But I make sure
I
them.
really hope that whatever I sewed last is sewed all the way on. I don't see that it didn't. It looks like it's intact. So I must have sewed the rest of it before I got, or right as I got to the end of the last side I did. Wow, that's crazy. That is, all right, y'all, I have to wind a bobbin because I am out of bobbins. So give me a seckie to do that. And hello, had to guess today on the poll, says Sylvia. And welcome, Sylvia. Yeah, I think this one was a a doozy. I've been having fun with these words. Some of them I know people know, and then other ones it's debatable on whether someone knows them or not. There's been a couple of them that I've actually gotten wrong because I'm like, nope, wrong answer.
Hello, Lee. Yeah, I have done quite a lot. When I got stuck somewhere here, I started with the others, and I have made that. This. This. I need to find a little piece here. Right now, I'm still looking for it while building the other ones. Then, going here, still need more pieces to find. That one here too. Yeah, I've done quite a lot. Oh, and here too. Tried to make it a lot easier for me when I get stuck. I just go to the next project quick. So tried to minimize this fast and while looking for the part. And then when I find it, I just go back to it and just put it and go back to it again.
Okay, maybe that's what.
Yeah, quite a lot done. Yeah, but it's just the body part, not the engine part.
The engine's what's going to be the hard part, right?
Kind of, yeah. You want me to show the engine part, or you want me to dismantle it first?
I think you should take it apart so that they can watch you build it.
No,
You can show them a picture of it though.
I still got the engine part still attached. I got the engine part still intact.
Yeah, he hadn't took that part apart.
Not yet.
You can show it to him if you want, but he plans on dismantling it and rebuilding it so you guys can watch him build it.
Yep, I can show it to you if you want to see it.
Yeah, if you guys want to see the engine before he breaks it apart and rebuilds it again, say yes or say no.
Should I stay or should I go?
Ah, you just had to do that.
Yes.
You just had to plant that back in my brain.
Yes.
Aw, now it's gonna be stuck in my brain. Aw, you just had to do it, didn't you?
Always.
Now I'm gonna be thinking about it because you mentioned it. This is all your fault. All your fault.
Oh, the broker's here. Okay.
Yeah, because it's very heavy, the engines are. I'm busy.
Ready to broker? This is the engine part.
That thing is huge and it's really heavy. All right, we got one side sewed. Let's get the other side done. Huh? Oh, that's good. Very good, honey. Why is she running from you?
I don't know.
Is it that engine kind of scared her? What? Oh, I know what she wants.
What?
O-U-T. Because remember, I fed her earlier. She's letting us know it's time to do my business.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, what's the width of that thing, honey? The engine part. And each one of those engines are big in circumference.
Got two books here. They come like this measure.
About that measurement? 54 inches? Right there at the 50.
Inches up there.
So, is
21 inches.
Oh, so it's 53.
54, something like that.
Oh, 21 1/4 inches looks like.
But
just from the engine.
I can take it apart just like the way I did it here. Like I've fabricated this, then I can just dismantle it again, rebuild it again. I can do exactly the same thing with that one too.
He likes to do that, guys. He'll build something, and then right before he goes back to work, he'll dismantle it. And then when he comes back home, he'll pull whatever, because he's got several that are dismantled, and he'll go in there and pick one and rebuild it again. What? Oh, you hadn't messed with that one? Katie, the block is another beautiful one of your work is outstanding. Thank you, Helen. I appreciate that. I'm fixing to press it. Where are you going to put it when it's done? Laurel Lee says. I'm hoping once we get back into the craft. Ooh, crap. I just pulled on that too hard. These points are right at the door of the seam. Oh crap, that should have already done that. Oh, let's hope we get carried away with this iron. Gotta be careful. Don't pull on it. All right. Gonna put it on the design board where y'all can see it better. All right. Okay, so this name of this block is called Chocolate and Strawberries. And yeah, I know it doesn't look like chocolate, but here it is. Katie, the block is another beautiful one of your work. It's outstanding. And there you got it. Too close. And I'll show it under both cameras here in just a minute. But I don't know if you can see the color difference between this green and this purple. This looks black by that camera, but it's actually dark purple. And I used white here so that you can show off the colors. Jean says, wow. Joyce says, oh, that's pretty. And Dubrovka says, oh, wow, gorgeous. Laura Lee says that is beautiful. The points are great. I love this design thing that the designer did with this centerpiece. It's really neat. Let me stick it up underneath the other camera. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out. I feel like I'm getting better at this. So there you go. Block number 26. And I'll take a picture of it. And I took pictures of the other two. So this was this week. This was this week's. And then we had let's see here. The one before that was block number 25 is called Emerald Isles, which is this one. So that's block number 25. And then this is block number 24. So I haven't posted the pictures on the Facebook group yet, but I will tonight or tomorrow. So there we go. This block here is a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna have to adjust the sashing when I start putting sashing on all of this. But yep, it's worth all your efforts, says Chris. Thank you. And Rama says, excellent, Katie. Thank you. All right, so now that I've finished this block, I'm going to finish this last block. Since I'm trying to finish up some things, I might as well use tonight to do that with. Let me see what time it is, because I need to. Okay, can someone tell me what time Eastern Standard Time Zaza's going online? Because I want to raid you guys over to her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this last courthouse stairs of my dragon fruit. So I'll do that tonight too, because it won't take that long to do it. But let me go look and see what time Zaza's live is supposed to be. Those look hard to make. Don't think I could make those. You can do anyone can do anything if they just sit down. Listen, I am a beginner piecer. I have not been making quilts my whole life. Not at all. If I can do it, you can do it. 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7, 8. Wait a minute, is she going live right now? I thought it was 7 Eastern. She might be live right now. Let me go look. I hope not, because I thought it wouldn't be till 10 o'clock our time. And I didn't want to run over her live because she's a young channel, you know.
Yeah.
According to, she don't go live until 10 o'clock our time, so we're good. But I will grab that link so I can put it in there and send you guys there when right close to 10 o'clock. I'll probably start dumping you into her channel about 5 minutes early, somewhere around that time frame. So let me put that in here where I can do that, because it's real easy for me to add that in here. All right, let's go ahead and fix that now, so that when I say goodnight, y'all can roll on into her channel by following the link. Yeah, all right. We want to do customization. And that means redirecting all of y'all to her channel at 10 o'clock my time. Or not. Oh, she's got to open a setting. I can't do that. I'll have to do it the hard way. All right, never mind. I will just dump her link into the chat right before it's time to do. Donnell just came on. Yeah, but Donnell's not, that's not her usual. Yeah, I'm not worried about Donnell because she usually doesn't go live on Saturdays. What time is it now in Greenland? It is 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9:07 p.m. All right, let me get these pressed open and then we'll trim it and we'll start sewing on here. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but Andy from Crafty Witch 232, she comes and sews with me, and we also do the crochet together once a month. She is about 20, less than 20, I think, away from hitting her another milestone of she'll be hitting the 5,000 subscribers. I'm so excited for her. She's been doing really good with her channel. All right, where's my rotary blade? It's right here. And this right, I gotta get a bigger ruler out soon. But yeah, I'll share Zaza's link a little before 10 o'clock so you guys can hop on over to her channel and watch her live. And I can hop on too after I shut down the live. And then I have something I have to do in the kitchen at the same time. Okay, let's trim these sides next. She does, but in the morning. Donnell is live. Yeah, that's what I thought, that it was on Sunday mornings and Saturday. Saturday mornings, and I think she does something on a Sunday too. I think.
The thing you need to know.
I've got to go. I have a 5 p.m. date with my husband at the sofa. We watch TV for a few hours before bedtime. Awesome, Chris. Enjoy your time with your honey.
Have fun. TV. Whatever you're watching.
You fell asleep again.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even start it.
You were asleep 2 minutes after it started. I think we went through the intro part of it and you were conked out. I'm like, oh, well, you know. So now we'll be starting all over again for the third time.
So sounds a charm. Laura, what do you want? Really?
Did you drop another Lego?
You make me drop a Lego, but that one of the ones that we needed.
8, 9. So we need mint and.
No, I'll keep going.
One thing I like about this courthouse stair, this 12-inch block, it goes together fast. It's just crazy how fast it goes together. Donnell's live now. Donnell had to take her puppy to the vet today. What happened to her pup? She has 3, don't she? Or is it 2? William is live later tonight. Yes, he is. I watched his live last night. I just didn't say much in the chat last night. Luna is having skin trouble. Okay. Well, hopefully they'll be able to get to the bottom of it. It's probably dog food she's eating. Usually it's what they're eating that causes it. Oh, I need to trim these before I go sticking them on here.
Because the dogs are eating something that they didn't like. I mean, somebody give it some food that they didn't like.
No, babe. A lot of times it's just dog food. I don't know what kind of food she feeds them. But if it's prefabricated dog food, that's usually what causes allergies. Unless there's something she's allergic to out in her yard. You know, some plant or something. Trying to remember which dog I had. Oh, it was my first German Shepherd. Oh my God. He had skin problems. But that's because the breeder I got him from, he had an infestation of fleas I had never seen before, as bad as they were at her kennel. And I got Smokey. He was my first German Shepherd dog. And back then I didn't know any better. And that poor dog suffered from skin problems for the rest of his life. And if he used any kind of flea shampoo or something, he was allergic to it because it would put him out. It would literally just make him lethargic. So we had to find a different way of dealing with fleas for him. And I was so glad when they finally come out with topicals, because at least that kept him more comfortable. All right, now we're going to put this back on here. I forgot to trim this. Let's see. Carissa said she got a Lego for Christmas, a small one. So giving my hands a break and making a unicorn. Oh, that sounds like fun. Alrighty, let's get this done, and then I'm going to check on that poll. I want to see where we are on that poll. Wow, I didn't change my feet. That's funny. Okay, let's put you back to number 1 and then put your seam allowance back down and change sewing machine feet. I just noticed that. Huh. All right, now we're on the right kind of foot. Okay, now we got these done. See, this block is going to go together really fast, I think. And that'll be the last one at the courthouse, and that's going to leave me doing the economy block, and I've got to cut I haven't cut the fabric for that yet. I am going to have a lot of leftover fabric before this is over with. And I'm happy about that, because maybe I can get enough out of it to make a pillowcase to go with this quilt, so that I can put the quilt top inside of it. And also maybe do some piecing and make a pillow sham so that she can put it on her bed, put it on a pre-made pillow for decoration on top of her quilt top. Because I think she would love that.
I think.
Yep. At least I hope so. You drop another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes it hard to see.
Oh, found it.
Oh, good.
Of course, we have an investigator here that
Yeah, she's
the investigator.
she's like, I gotta see what you're doing, Daddy. I must see what Daddy's doing. Did she do both her business outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I meant to ask you that earlier. I gave her some raspberries. I thought she had another apple in the refrigerator, but apparently not. So that means I have got to go to the store tomorrow, babe. Okay? And since it's Sunday and I'm taking a day away from sewing because we're going to. So you know what? Anyone want to know what me and Nicolai will be doing tomorrow and Monday? Because I won't be, I mean, I'll be watching lives here and there, but I won't be sewing tomorrow or the next day because we are going, I don't know, I might sew some, we'll see. But our main job tomorrow is we're going to spend another hour in the craft room. And then we're going to do the same thing on Monday, and we'll see how far along I get with things in there. Because basically we're going to be emptying the whole room out so we can really run the vacuum cleaner, try to get as much as, I guarantee even after we do this, we're probably still going to find glass months after the fact. Didn't I see you? Yes, you did. Laura Lee says, when do I sleep? I don't. Or I've had, what, 2 hours sleep today?
Probably.
I had a 2-hour nap today after being awake all night long. I couldn't go to sleep last night because.
No, I think
or was it shorter than that?
I think 4 hours.
What?
4 hours.
Was it 4?
Yep.
Oh, well, I got 4 hours
No,
in. I don't know how long I took a nap for today, but I finally got a nap. But I was in pain last night, so I could not go to sleep. My legs were just giving me that, and my hip was bothering me last night for some strange reason. Where's the polka dot? Oh, right here. All right. So yeah, I got a nap today. But Tuesday, I'm going to be live Tuesday for a long time. We'll start around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. And we're probably going to run the live pretty late because I need to get my body attuned to run. I'm not running a 12-hour, probably more like maybe a 4 or 5 hour one. More than likely where we get off around 1 or 2 o'clock our time. Because I want to be prepped for Wednesday because we start the live at the 12-hour live starts Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will run to 4 a.m. the next day. So it'll be a 12-hour live. And I'll be sharing some links again here in the channel in just a minute. Keep an eye on the time. Okay, we got about 40 minutes left before Zaza's live starts. All right, let's get this side sewn on. Uh-oh, that's not straight. Okay. That's a pretty block. Pretty block. What fabric is that? It is Tula Pink, and most of this quilt block of the month I'm working on is from her True Colors line. Most of it. I think there might be, there's a couple of pieces that aren't, but most of it's from her True Colors. So it's a whole complete Tula Pink quilt I'm making for my granddaughter. This is for my oldest granddaughter. Fat Quarter Shop did a block of the month and created the kit and everything. And there's a little book that goes with it that tells you how to do everything. And so once I finish this block, I have 4 of the economy block on the 12.5 inch I have to make. And then that leaves me with 20 more blocks to make, but part of those are just flying geese. And then the rest of it, I think there's a set of courthouse stairs, I think, or either a log cabin. I can't remember. I'll have to look at the book in a minute. I'll show you. Once I get this block done, I'll show it to you. But I'm happy because I've made a lot of progress with this, because when I had my issue in October with my health, it set me back 3 weeks behind. It put me 3 weeks behind. And I'm still trying to play catch up. I'm slowly getting there, but some of my other projects, I've really got to, I'm probably going to do a lot of off-camera sewing too, to try to get ready for finalizing a lot of this stuff for February, because most of these projects I started back in February. January is going to be spent doing reflecting, and I'll be making a video. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it live, or I think I'm going to do it live because it'd be easier. I'm going to do a live discussing what I accomplished for 2025 and what I fell down on. And I'm not, that is not something, it's not negative when I say that. It's just, I think it would be nice to share what I accomplished and what I didn't accomplish that was on my list of goals. Like I was going to do some UFOs. I didn't do any. Well, wait. I might have quilted I think I quilted something. I have to go through my videos to see. I think I quilted something, so that was an accomplishment. That was from a unfinished project. All right, let's see the other side. I don't know, babe. You'll have to back scroll and see. Hurry up and get this done before I send everybody to Zell's channel. I know. But I want to get this spot finished, because it would be a good idea to have this one finished. That'll leave one set of floor that I got to do for this section. January, I'll be ready to put all this thing together. So I have January and February to get this wholly completely pieced together, babe, before I take it to Florida with me. And then it's gonna go to Sherry for quilting. But I gotta find a backing when I get to Florida. Unless I wait, I don't know. I need to find a fabric store. That fabric store that was in Lake City, babe, she shut down.
Good.
I don't know what happened to her. She had a beautiful shop. I guess fabric prices just got too bad and she had to shut it down. So I'm probably going to end up having to go to Jacksonville or either Gainesville looking for fabric. Because I want to buy some backing for my sugary do while I'm at it. Because Sherry's going to quilt that one for me too, I think. At least I can get back, at least by doing it in person, I could find something that speaks to me, you know?
Mm.
Nikolai, when Nikolai goes to work, how long is he going to be gone? They're going to be gone 53 days this time, right?
Yeah.
He leaves on January the 10th.
Yeah.
And he'll be gone 53 days this go around when he leaves in January. I bought a fat quarter bundle of Tula Gray Works, but it is too pretty to cut up. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I have some fat quarter bundles I haven't cut up that are batiks because they're so pretty and happy and yummy. Didn't I? Yeah. There we go. Let's get this done. And we will have this block done. And then I'm going to share some links for if you have not signed up for the giveaway, which will be during the 12-hour live. I'm giving away 8 gift cards. I need to set money aside for that, by the way. How much is $250 in Danish Kroners Bay? No, $200. 4 and 4 is 8, so that's $200. Probably what, about 1,500 maybe? See, 100 will be about 600. I'm thinking it's going to be like about 1,300. Yeah. Well, I also have an idea that I'm probably gonna definitely do since I'm going
1,200.
so 1,200. So I figured it was about 600 for 100, but that's not bad at all. It's doable. Unless the US dollar decides to go up right at the last minute. And it might not be so much. But right now it's doable. And I don't know how I got such a narrow seam right here, but it's okay. It's not going to hurt nothing. All right, let's do the other side. And then what I need to do is take it over and press it before I trim it down. Oh, okay. We don't need to trim it down. Uh-oh. I didn't sew that one on yet. Oops. I thought I sewed that on, but nope, I haven't done it yet.
50 days. I'll be out in 50 days. January the 12th. So March the 3rd.
Yep. Then he's going to come home and then I'm going to fly to the States. He's going to take care of Nora while I'm gone. I have errands I've got to run, starting with Florida. It's that time to renew my driver's license, and it cannot be done online because of the new law Florida has put into place. It is stupid. what do they fish? He works on a 75-meter factory shrimp trawler. And it holds what, 700 tons?
Nearly 600 tons.
Nearly 600 tons. Yeah, it can hold up to 600 tons. And what a factory shrimp trawler is they not only catch the shrimp, but they process it right on board. So they'll do sea cooked shrimps and then freeze them in certain sizes. And they also do what is called the Japanese boxes, along with Italy and who else? It's mostly Japanese and Italy, right?
Yeah.
And those are flash frozen raw shrimps. And the ones that go to Japan go in 1 kilo boxes that are packed in boxes. The case is 12 1 kilo boxes. And with Italy, how do they do those, honey?
4.5 kilos, 5 kilo boxes, but we weigh them in 4.5 kilos.
Yeah, 4.5.
When they're cooked, it's like make a curve, but when they're frozen, they're like flat, so they're taking a lot of space.
Do they? So those are not, they're solid like the 1 kilo ones, right?
They're like 1 kilo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right, I need to clear stuff out of the way because I need to use that big ruler. All right, let's get this block trimmed.
But we still got 1 kilo boxes if you want to show them.
Yeah, we could show them what the Japanese shrimps looks like.
These are the ones that
When we call them Japanese shrimps, they're not shrimp from Japan. We call them Japanese shrimps because they're going to Japan. And they're specific sized shrimps that they have a big, huge contract with Japan with. And that's where they make a lot of money by doing that with Japan. Did you ever find out how many tons they had?
No. I'm sure they're about to be.
It's got to be close to being full, huh?
Yeah.
For that much money, for it to be worth that much money? Right now, I'm talk about a good New Year's gift, honey. Because that is going to be. You open it because I'm touching fabric.
Well, this is what we call the 1 kilo raw box.
Why did they stop putting decoration on it?
This is just we always goes with 3 different packages.
Oh, got you.
This one is just one of the packages we had. And
here, and you can put it up underneath this camera when
Is
you
that
open it. Here, I'm gonna spotlight this so y'all can see what the shrimp looks like in the box.
put it away.
Yeah, let me put a towel here in case something falls out of that box.
Yep. So
I don't want it getting all over everything.
You smell?
I don't smell anything to it.
All right. These are the ones that I have packed when we were in the ice cube.
East Coast.
East Coast. Night, Mona.
City Surrett, Mona.
This is how it looks like when they're packed. These are the big ones that we caught from time to time.
Now these are really big ones.
As you can see, I got my hand right here. As you can see how big it is. Up to this one.
And then he crammed them full because he sent this home to us. Why is there ice on the inside of that?
It's just a what you call frost.
We're not having packed good
No,
enough.
it's salt water
Oh,
that drip from the shrimps.
I don't have shrimp pieces on my desk.
Not good that we have covered that with
Yeah, because it would have been on my desk. So here, you can take this with you because there's shrimp pieces on it. She smelled that. You see her?
that. Yep.
She's like, I smell fish. So when he sends home a case of that, there's usually 12, they'll have 12 1-kilo boxes in that case. And usually he'll do it like once a year. Because we eat them, but I take my sweet time about eating them.
I can eat the box now.
A lot of times he just pulls one out, thaws it, and eats it raw.
I'm gonna give it just to her.
Oh, you're giving her another piece of whale meat? She really likes that whale meat. You've been eating on it too, haven't you?
Yeah.
I thought you had, because that's dried meat. Okay, we got this one trimmed now. Dubrovka says, very interesting. Thank you for the shrimp demonstration and explanation. Hello, Terry. And this is finished. Uh-oh. Let me take this off the spotlight. Forgot. Okay, this is the last of the 4 of these. So I got all 4 of these done now. So we're done with that. Okay, now. Terry just showed up in the channel. So look, Terry, this is what I finished for block number 26 of the 1000 block. Finished it tonight. I had started it yesterday. This is foundation paper piece. So there's that. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things, and then I'm going to share Zalzal's link here in a minute after I share other links first, because let me see what time it is. Yep, I have enough time to do all these link sharing, and then we'll I'll tell you what my plans are for this upcoming week. All right, let's first I'm going to share this one more time tonight. If you have not signed up for the giveaway, and please only do it once. I will have to delete anyone who signed up for it more than once, because it's only 1 entry per person. But if you have not entered the giveaway that's going to be on the 12-hour live, which is we're giving away 8 $25 gift cards in celebration of the year, plus the fact that this channel hit 10,000 this year. So it's for both celebrations together, and it'll be our 3rd annual New Year's Live. Okay, so this is the link. If you want to participate in the giveaway, you have to do this form to do the giveaway. If you don't, then your name won't be on the list. Terry says, oh my God, awesome. Thank you. So that's the link for the giveaway. Now I'm going to, if you want to share, you can share any project, any crafty project you want to on either my Greenland Quilter channel, or you can email it, and I'm going to post both links so that you can go straight there to do that. Post, and there is no limitation on how many you share, because what I'm going to be doing during the 12-hour live, besides sewing, is I'm going to be sharing all of y'all, the viewers, work. So it'll be a trunk show of the Greenland Quilter viewers. It'll be the Greenland Quilter viewers trunk show. So I'm going to be honoring you guys. I won't be showing any of my work because I'll do that on a different video, except for what I'm sewing on, of course. So that is for the Facebook group. If you're not a Facebook user but want to share your work, please email it to me and make sure you tell me something about the project. And here's the email for that. So I gave you 3 links right here back to back because so here's what next week's going to look like. I'm taking Sunday and Monday off from doing any kind of internet stuff other than maybe watching lives. I might watch lives during the day, but I'm not going to be live. I probably will sew because I have things I need to work on as well. But Nikolai and I are going to spend about I don't know, we're going to see if I can go past 1 hour in the craft room. I don't know, we might do an hour and a half. Who knows? He will make the rules tomorrow on how long I spend in there. And then Monday we're going to return back to the craft room and do more work. And the goal is we're going to slowly be emptying out that craft room. We haven't figured out what we're going to do about the top of the cutting table just yet, because I definitely want to get this vacuum cleaner in there while we're in there and go ahead and suck that. I'm going to put a new vacuum cleaner bag in the vacuum cleaner, and we're going to suck off as much of the shards as we can off the top of that rough plywood. And then after that, I do have some Swippers, and maybe I can try picking up more shards with the Swipper, and then we'll see if there's anything left on there. I actually came up with an idea. We might could take it, if we can't get all the shards off of it. I had an idea of probably rinsing it off first and then sanding it where it's smooth. And that should get rid of the rest of the shards. And that means I'll have to buy a sander because we don't own a sander. I'm not going to hand sand that. I don't want that dust up my nose. It'll be easier just take it outside, sand it with a sander and get it over with, and it'll make it nice and it'll make it look nice, because I can't paint it because I cut fabric and lay fabric on it, and I don't want any paint on that wood. So yeah. So we will keep you up to date. Maybe I'll do like little shorts of us doing what we're doing. I didn't do it the other day because I was number one, the lighting in there is pretty poor, which means we need to move another lamp in there so you can see what we're doing. And number two, it was my first day of spending an hour in there, because mostly I've just been spending 20 minutes or 30 minutes and then getting out of there. But I really feel like I made real progress when we went in there a week ago. So tomorrow, that's what we're going to work on, and Monday. Tuesday, we will be going live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I haven't posted the links yet, but they will go up here directly. And we're probably going to run it about 5 hours, probably, I'm thinking. And then that gets us, staying up a little bit later. And because when we start that 12-hour live, I got to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the whole 12 hours. And then Wednesday's the live, 12-hour, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Thursday, which is the first, even though I cut off the live at that early in the morning, I'll lay down and take a nap, and I'm still going to have a live Thursday, which is my usual Thursday live anyway. Friday, there will be no live. Saturday, they will be. The reason we're not having a live Friday is we're going to be out celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary. Now, when we go shoot off fireworks, I think the plan is we might use our phones to go live down at the harbor, so you can see us shoot off our fireworks while we're celebrating our 15th anniversary. And then that is on Friday. The Saturday we'll have a regular live, and then I will on that Sunday, I think Sean and I are sewing, working on our star climber. So that's what this coming week's going to look like. And then after that, I will let you know what my plans are as far as the lives. I'll still have the usual lives, but they will never change. I'll always be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, because that's the days I like to do the main ones. But I do think I'm going to take a week off at some point. I have to, because I have some planning to do, and I got a lot of work to do. All right, let me share Jaja's channel so that y'all can mosey on over there in a few minutes. And do you guys have any questions you want to ask me while we're talking? Because her live doesn't start for another few minutes. And we are like, yeah, less than 15 minutes she'll start her live. It looks like we already got people sitting in the channel.
Mm-hmm.
There's people already sitting in the channel. Looks like several people are sitting in the channel. Okay, here's the link to Zaza's live that starts in a few minutes. And yeah, anyone else? Let's talk about the poll. It says, what is the modern equivalent of the word whilom? Option 1 was never, which is 17%. Let's see, there's 40 votes. So 17% voted on never, 20% voted on currently, 40% voted on formally, and 22% voted on sometimes. And the answer is formally. And there you have it. That's the answer to this tonight's poll. Okay. Excellent chat and happy anniversary. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 12-hour live. Please share your pictures so that I can have lots to share. I noticed that the channel or the group has been very busy with pictures. And if you're not a Facebook user, please email me. I got an email yesterday from someone, and well, actually got email from 2 different people. I had email from Robin, and I also got an email from another viewer with her quilt. And yeah, her quilt top's beautiful. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's exciting. Wait till you see her quilt top. It's gorgeous. So anyway, yeah, thank you for coming to my live. Remember, do you want to say anything, baby?
No, I'm just that, usual. No, I have nothing to
say. The man of little words. Anyway, remember to live, laugh, love, and dream. What do you do with all that? You do something beautiful and follow Zaza's link. Go over there and raid her. Good night, everyone, and have a great evening.
Bye.
All right, we're off that part. Now let me kick everybody out of Zoom.